Okay, let's get into your reading, Leo. What if I told you that the version of your life you are living right now, today, this exact moment, is about to multiply? Not by a little, not the kind of growth you track slowly over years, 10 times over. And before you dismiss that as something readers just say for views, I want you to actually ask yourself the question instead of scrolling past it. What if it's true? What if everything you're carrying right now, the tight budget, the quiet math you do before you buy anything, the feeling of always being one step behind, what if all of that is about to become a memory you barely recognize? Drop a comment right now and say, I receive this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's go all the way in. And before I pull a single card, I want to name what I felt in your energy the moment I connected today. There was a specific tightness, the kind that comes from carrying money stress for a long time. Not desperate, not falling apart, just tired. Tired of the math you do in your head before you buy anything. Tired of feeling like you're always one step behind instead of finally getting ahead. And your guides want you to know that tightness is about to release completely and all at once. And I want to be honest about something before we go further. Your guides did not show me a modest, comfortable shift. They showed me something that reorganizes your entire life, not just your bank account. So hold on to that as we go. This reading is bigger than it might first sound. I also want to name something else I noticed. There was almost a resistance in your energy, a small quiet voice that says things like, "This don't happen to people like me." And I want to address that voice directly before we go any further, because your guides addressed it very clearly with me. That voice is not wisdom. It is old conditioning, built from years of disappointment, doing its best to protect you from hoping too much and being let down again. And your guides want you to thank that voice for trying to protect you and then gently set it aside for the rest of this reading. And I also want to answer a question I know is sitting in your mind right now. Why you? Out of everyone who could be watching this reading, why does this land on your life specifically? And your guides want me to say this plainly. It's not random. It's not simply that you happen to click on this video at the right moment. Your guides have been watching the way you've handled hard seasons, the integrity you kept, the effort you kept putting in even when the results weren't showing up yet, the way you didn't become bitter or give up entirely even when it would have been understandable to. That pattern is exactly what qualifies someone for a shift of this size. Okay, first oracle card. This is not slow, gradual growth. This is a sudden, undeniable shift. And your guides led with this because they want to correct the timeline you might be picturing. You have probably imagined wealth arriving the normal way, slowly, through years of steady saving, inch by inch, the way most people are told it has to happen. And your guides are telling you clearly, not this time. This is not the slow climb. This is the sudden, undeniable shift that happens all at once, the kind that makes you sit down and actually process what just happened to your entire life. Okay, second oracle card. There is a specific source for this, and it is not where you're currently looking. And this oracle card gets specific because your mind has probably been scanning the obvious places, your job, a raise, the usual expected channels. And your guides are showing me that the actual source of this is not where you're currently looking. It comes from a direction you haven't fully considered yet. An opportunity, a connection, a door that opens somewhere outside your usual field of vision entirely. Okay, third oracle card. You have already done the work that qualifies you for this. You just haven't been paid for it yet. And your guides want to be very clear about something. This is not luck landing on someone who did nothing. You have already put in real effort, skills you built, risks you took, work you did that maybe felt underappreciated or undervalued at the time. And your guides are confirming that effort was never wasted. It was simply waiting for the right moment to finally be properly compensated. Think about the projects you poured yourself into that didn't seem to go anywhere at the time. The extra hours, the times you kept showing up when it would have been easier to quit. None of that disappeared into nothing. It's been sitting, quietly accumulating value, like interest compounding somewhere you couldn't see it yet. The way real interest always compounds slowly, invisibly, until one day it's suddenly, undeniably enormous. Okay, fourth oracle card, your guides are naming the fear before it arrives, not the fear it won't happen, the fear of what to do with it once it does. And this is the oracle card I most need you to hear, because there is a fear underneath the excitement of a shift this size. And it's not the fear that it isn't real. It's the fear of what happens after. Will I know how to handle this? Will it change me in ways I don't like? Will people around me change? And your guides are naming that now because a named fear loses its grip on you. You are allowed to receive this without already bracing for it to somehow go wrong. Okay, fifth oracle card. Some relationships around you will shift because of this, and that's okay. And your guides want to prepare you honestly. Not everyone in your life is going to respond the same way to this shift. Some people will be thrilled for you, genuinely, without a single complicated feeling. And some people may quietly struggle with it, their own insecurities surfacing, their own comparisons kicking in unexpectedly. And your guides want you to know that's not your responsibility to manage or shrink yourself to avoid triggering in anyone else. Okay, sixth oracle card. The timing of this is closer than the ordinary rhythm of your life currently suggests. And your guides want you to feel the nearness of this. Because right now, your days probably look pretty normal. The usual routine, the usual bills, the usual small calculations. And your guides are telling me that normal rhythm is about to be interrupted sooner than you'd expect from how ordinary everything currently feels to you right now. Okay, seventh oracle card. This abundance is meant to flow through you, not just to you. And your guides want you to understand the deeper purpose here. This is not just a personal windfall meant to sit quietly in an account. It is meant to flow through you to the people you love, to causes that matter to you, to opportunities you get to create for other people, the way someone once created an opportunity for you when you needed it most. Okay, eighth oracle card. You will not need to chase this. It is going to find you while you're simply living your life. And your guides want to release any pressure you might feel to go out and manufacture this. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to force new schemes or abandon what you're currently doing to go hunting for it. This finds you while you are simply living your ordinary life, going about your normal day, not even looking for it directly when it arrives. Okay, ninth oracle card. Your relationship with money is about to fundamentally change, not just the amount of it. And your guides want you to understand this shift goes deeper than the number in your account. Your entire relationship with money is going to change. The anxiety, the scarcity thinking, the constant low hum of not enough, that entire pattern is being rewritten, not just temporarily soothed by a single one-time windfall. Okay, 10th oracle card. There's a specific person who plays a role in this arriving, and you already know who they are. And your guides are showing me a person, not a stranger entirely, someone already in your orbit, a friend, a colleague, a connection you may not have thought much about recently. And this person plays a specific role in how this door opens for you. Pay attention to who reaches out to you in the coming days, even about something that seems unrelated at first. Okay, 11th Oracle card. You will stay recognizably yourself through this. The wealth adds to who you are. It doesn't replace it. And your guides want to reassure you here. There's sometimes a fear that sudden wealth changes a person into someone unrecognizable. Your guides are confirming that is not your path. The values you hold now, the person you are at your core, stays fully intact. The kindness that made you show up for people even when you had little to give, that stays. The humility, the gratitude, the way you notice and appreciate small things, none of that gets replaced by a bigger bank balance. If anything, it deepens because you finally have the resources to act on that generosity at a scale you've always wanted to. The wealth simply gives that same person more room to actually live out loud. Okay, 12th Oracle card. 10x doesn't only mean money, it means your whole life expands at that same scale. And your guides want this understood fully. Because the title says your life changes 10 times over. And it's not only the bank account. It's your opportunities, your confidence, your sense of what's possible, your relationships, your entire trajectory, all of it expanding at that same dramatic scale together, not just one part of it. Okay, 13th Oracle card. There is one small decision coming that determines how fast this multiplies, and your guides want to give you something practical here. There is a decision point coming, small. Maybe even easy to miss if you're not paying attention, where you choose either to play it safe or to actually say yes to the opportunity in front of you. And your guides want you leaning toward yes when that moment arrives. Okay, 14th Oracle card. The version of you on the other side of this barely remembers what financial fear felt like. And your guides close the Oracle section with this image. Picture yourself a year or two from now, genuinely secure, genuinely at ease, and try to remember from that place what the current tightness even felt like. Your guides are telling me you barely can remember it because it's simply no longer your reality. Okay, 14th and a half Oracle card. The first ripple of this will show up in something small before the big shift lands. And your guides want you watching closely in the coming days. Before the large, undeniable version of this arrives, there's often a smaller ripple first. An unexpected small check. A refund you weren't expecting. A tiny piece of good financial news that feels almost too small to mention. And your guides want you to notice it when it happens, because it's the first sign that the bigger wave is already moving toward you. Okay, 15th Oracle card. This wealth is tied to something you almost gave up on, and your guides want you to think back to something you almost let go of. A project, an idea, a version of your future you quietly stopped believing in because it felt too far away or too unrealistic. Your guides are showing me that this exact thing is connected to what's coming. The thing you almost abandoned is closer to paying off than you currently believe. Okay, 16th Oracle card. There will be a specific number or figure that feels significant when this arrives. And your guides are showing me that when this lands, there's a specific number attached to it that feels meaningful, not necessarily the exact final amount, but a figure that appears early on and makes you pause because it feels oddly precise for something that's supposed to be random or coincidental. Okay, 17th Oracle card. You are being asked to believe this before you can fully see it. And your guides close the Oracle section with this. Faith always arrives slightly before proof. You are being asked to hold the belief that this is real, even in the days before you have concrete evidence sitting in front of you. That belief itself is part of what clears the path for the evidence to finally arrive. The Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Star, the Sun, the Empress, the World, the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, Judgment, the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, 17 cards. And I want to take real unhurried time with every single one, because together they show the complete picture. The Wheel of Fortune first. And this is the perfect card to open with. Sudden change. A shift in fortune that arrives not through years of the same grind, but through a genuine turn of the wheel itself, clicking into a completely new position. And the wheel appearing first confirms exactly what the oracle cards showed. This is sudden, not gradual at all. And the Magician, and this is manifestation with real tools already in hand, not wishful thinking, not hoping passively from the sidelines. The Magician has everything on the table already. The cup, the wand, the sword, the pentacle, all the elements needed to turn intention into material, undeniable reality. I want you to notice the Magician's stance in this card. One hand pointing up toward the sky, one hand pointing down toward the earth. That posture is the whole message. This is spiritual intention meeting physical, grounded action. Neither one alone would have been enough. And the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the real tangible beginning of wealth, a literal seed, a concrete opportunity, the actual physical starting point of everything else that unfolds in this spread. This is not abstract. This is a door opening in the real physical world around you, not just a feeling passing through your mind. And the Ten of Pentacles. And this is generational wealth, the kind that outlasts one lifetime, that builds a legacy, that changes not just your life, but the trajectory of everyone connected to you going forward for years to come. And the Nine of Pentacles, and this is self-made abundance. Someone standing in a garden they built themselves, independent, secure, enjoying the fruits of labor that finally paid off the way it always should have along. And the King of Pentacles, and this is financial mastery. Someone who doesn't just receive wealth, but knows how to steward it wisely, build with it, make it last, and genuinely grow over time. And the Star. And this is hope, finally confirmed. Every quiet moment you wondered if things would ever actually get easier. Every time you almost gave up believing this kind of shift was possible for someone like you. The Star says you were right to keep hoping the entire time. And the Sun. And this is pure, uncomplicated joy. Warmth without a hidden catch. The kind of good news that doesn't come with fine print you have to watch out for later down the road. And the Empress. And this is abundance itself. Overflowing. Not scarcity thinking. Not carefully rationed resources, but genuine, generous, more than enough fullness that doesn't run dry easily. And the World, and this is completion, a whole chapter of financial struggle closing for good, and a completely new one beginning, full and whole, with nothing missing from it. Your guides want you to feel the weight of this specific placement. The world doesn't show up for small improvements. It shows up when an entire era of your life is genuinely wrapping up, making room for something completely, fully new. And the Three of Pentacles, and this is recognition. Your work, your skill, finally being seen and valued by the people positioned to compensate you properly for it at last. And the Six of Pentacles, and this is receiving, the scales finally balancing in your favor, resources flowing toward you after a long season of giving more than you received back. The way a scale finally settles level again after tilting one way for far too long. And judgment, and this is the awakening, the true turning point. The moment you rise into a completely new understanding of what your life is actually capable of holding from here forward. Like finally waking up from a version of your own life that was always too small for you. And the Eight of Pentacles, and this confirms the mastery behind it all. All the quiet, unglamorous hours of skill building finally converting into real, tangible reward you can actually hold. And the Emperor, and this is structure, stability, someone building a real foundation under this wealth so it lasts, rather than slipping through their fingers the way windfalls sometimes do without structure underneath them. And the Chariot, and this is forward momentum, nothing standing in the way anymore. Pure, confident, unstoppable movement toward exactly where you're headed with real speed behind it. The kind of momentum that simply does not stall out halfway. And the Ace of Wands, and this closes the spread on fresh, passionate energy. A whole new beginning, full of excitement, ready to be built into something lasting and genuinely alive, not fleeting at all. Not a flash in the pan that fades by next year. And the Two of Pentacles, and this is the juggling act right before the shift lands, balancing what you have now with what's about to arrive, managing the in-between moment with more grace than you probably give yourself credit for. And the Queen of Pentacles, and this is nurturing abundance, someone who doesn't just receive wealth, but knows how to create comfort and warmth with it for herself and everyone she loves, without losing her groundedness in the process. And the Ten of Cups, and this closes the tarot spread on emotional completeness, because the money alone was never the whole story. This card confirms the wealth arrives alongside a deeper, settled happiness in every other part of your life too. Okay, tea leaf cards. 11 of them. First tea leaf card. The specific moment you'll realize this is actually happening. And your guides are showing me a moment, not a slow realization, but a specific, sudden one. A phone call, an email, a conversation, where the pieces click into place and you understand all at once that this is genuinely real. Next tea leaf card. What you'll do in the first hour after it happens. And your guides are showing me your first reaction. Not celebration right away, disbelief first. Sitting quietly, maybe rereading something twice, letting it actually sink in before you tell a single other person. Next tea leaf card. The first thing you'll actually want to do with it. And your guides are showing me your instinct once it's real, not reckless spending. Your first instinct is toward security, toward taking care of the people you love, toward finally exhaling for the first time in a very long while. Next tea leaf card. How the people who truly love you will respond, and the people who genuinely love you respond with real joy. No complicated feelings attached at all. They've watched you work hard, and they are simply fully happy to finally see it pay off for you. Next tea leaf card. What you need to release before receiving this fully, and this is practical guidance. Release the scarcity bracing. Release the instinct to immediately worry about losing it. This abundance does not come with a hidden expiration date attached to it anywhere. Next tea leaf card, the specific habit that will help this actually last. And your guides want you building one habit early on, staying grounded, staying connected to your values, not letting the number become the entire story of who you actually are. Next tea leaf card, what this makes possible for someone else in your life, and your guides want you to see the ripple effect. Someone you love gets to breathe easier too because of what you're able to do for them once this fully lands in your life. Next tea leaf card, the small decision that speeds this up rather than delaying it. And your guides want you watching for a specific moment where you're offered something that feels slightly bigger than you're used to saying yes to. And their guidance is simple. Say yes anyway. That single decision moves the timeline considerably faster than hesitating would. Next tea leaf card, the version of your life a year from now. And a year from now, the constant financial tightness you're used to right now feels like a distant memory. You're settled. You're building. The anxious math in your head has quieted almost entirely into a steady, settled calm. Next tea leaf card, the exact feeling in your chest the moment you realize this is real. And your guides are showing me the physical sensation, not panic, not overwhelm, a kind of expansive lightness, the feeling of a held breath finally being let all the way out. Next tea leaf card, who you'll call first and why. And your guides are showing me the first call you make, not the person you'd expect to impress. Someone who has genuinely been there for you. Someone who deserves to hear it straight from you before anyone else finds out. Next tea leaf card, the one worry that dissolves completely and never comes back. And there's one specific worry you've carried for a long time that simply stops existing after this. Not manageable, not reduced, gone. The way a weight disappears the moment you finally set it down. And the last tea leaf card, you receiving this fully without guilt, without bracing. And your guides ended here because this is the image they want you holding above everything else. You receiving this fully, not minimizing it, not immediately feeling guilty for having it, just letting it be exactly as big as it actually genuinely is. Okay, before the final message, I want to walk you through what actually sustains this once it arrives, because your guides were very specific about this part. The first thing that sustains it is not touching it out of panic. The instinct when something this big lands can be to move fast, spend fast, decide fast, prove to yourself it's real by using it immediately. Your guides want you to resist that instinct completely. Sit with it first. Let it settle. Let your nervous system actually catch up to what has happened before you make a single major decision with it. The second thing that sustains it is choosing at least one person to be honest with. Not everyone. Not broadcasting it, but one trusted person who can help you think clearly, who won't treat you differently, who can be a sounding board as you figure out what comes next for you. And the third thing, the one your guides emphasize the most, is remembering the version of you who existed before any of this. She worked hard. She stayed kind even when things were tight. She kept believing even on the days it felt foolish to. And she is the one this is actually happening to. Not a new person, the same person, finally given the resources to match the size of her own heart. Okay, final message from your guides. Just one. Open your hands. This is coming, and it is coming at the scale the title promised. Open your hands. That's the instruction. One instruction. Just that. Because the Wheel of Fortune confirmed the sudden shift, and the Ten of Pentacles confirmed the lasting scale of it. And the Magician confirmed you already have every tool you need in hand. And the Star confirmed every quiet hope you had was right all along. So open your hands and let it reach you exactly the way it's meant to land. Not the way you'd script it. Not the way your fear might have prepared for it. Simply the way it's actually arriving for you. Okay, to bring this home, your life is going to change 10 times over. And the cards showed us everything. Your guides told us this isn't slow, gradual growth. It's a sudden, undeniable shift. That there's a specific source for this, and it isn't where you're currently looking. That you've already done the work that qualifies you for this. That the real fear isn't whether it happens, it's what to do with it once it does. That some relationships will shift, and that's genuinely okay. That the timing is closer than your current rhythm suggests. That this abundance is meant to flow through you, not just to you. That you won't need to chase this at all. That your entire relationship with money is changing, not just the number. That a specific person already in your life plays a role in this. That you stay recognizably yourself through all of it. That 10 times over means your whole life, not just your finances. That there's one small decision coming that speeds up how fast this multiplies. That the version of you on the other side barely remembers what financial fear even felt like. That this is tied to something you almost gave up on. That a specific number will feel significant when this first arrives. And that you're being asked to believe this before you can fully see the proof of it. The Wheel of Fortune confirmed the sudden shift. The Magician showed manifestation with real tools already in hand. The Ace of Pentacles showed the tangible beginning. The 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles showed lasting, self-made abundance. The King of Pentacles showed real financial mastery. The Star and the Sun showed hope confirmed and pure joy. The Empress and the World showed overflowing abundance and a complete new beginning. The 3 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles showed recognition and receiving. Judgment showed the true turning point. The 8 of Pentacles confirmed the mastery behind it. The Emperor showed the structure that makes it last. The Chariot showed unstoppable momentum. The 2 of Pentacles showed the graceful balance of the in-between moment. The Queen of Pentacles showed nurturing abundance without losing your groundedness. The 10 of Cups showed emotional completeness alongside the wealth itself. And the Ace of Wands closed the spread on fresh, passionate new beginnings. One instruction. Open your hands. This is coming. And it is coming at the scale promised today. Not a smaller version of it. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I receive this. And my life is changing 10 times over. And I open my hands. Because every word of that is true. Save this. Share it today and come back and tell me how it arrived and what the moment felt like when it finally clicked into place. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. And before we close, I want to remind you of something simple. You don't have to fully believe this reading right now to benefit from it. You just have to stay open enough to let it land, to let it sit with you over the next few days, and to notice gently whether any of the small signs your guides described start showing up in your actual life. And one last thing before you go, whatever form this takes, whenever it lands, You are not the same person who started watching this video. Something in you already knows this is real, even if your mind is still catching up to that knowing. Trust it. You didn't stumble onto this reading by accident, scrolling aimlessly through an endless feed. Something pulled you here, on this day, at this exact hour, to hear these exact words. That's not coincidence. That's your own guides making sure you didn't miss this moment. Carry that. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.